Your life is going to take off when you commit to being a new you for you. And you can do this through kind talk in your mind. Pretend like you're encouraging yourself. Say things like, it's going to get better. I don't know how. I admit that I don't know how, and I surrender the process to my higher self. I surrender it to God. I surrender it to the universe. Use whatever wording feels right to you. Surrender the process. And do whatever you can to be productive in a way that feels exciting, feels good, feels inspired. Don't work yourself to death, because hard work does not equal success. Mindful living equals success. And mindful living is you're acting as the observer, you're understanding your thought processes, which very few people in this world bother to do. They don't think it has any importance. They don't think that anything going on in their mind has any impact on the life around them. So people will spend their time, having all these arguments in their head, remembering disappointing things that happened to them, fearing this, fearing that, going over every single scenario of just all of these things that bother them, yelling at someone in your mind that you don't like. And I know, because I've done it. I used to do it for years. Like, this would be my pattern. And my life did not get better while I was doing any of these things. But again, people aren't doing it because they're trying to make their lives bad. They're doing it because they don't know any better. They're doing it because they think it has no impact on anything. So why even bother? Be lazy in your mind. It doesn't matter. But it does matter. I hate the term mental diet because the word diet almost feels restrictive. It feels like you're depriving yourself of something and it's hard. Inside of your mind, I want it to feel easy. I want it to feel smart. I want you to feel like you're in control. And that doesn't mean to control your thoughts. It means to act as the observer, non-partial. You're just trying to understand what goes on in your mind, why you think the things you do. And then you just slowly start to build from a peaceful place. And the happiness and the positive thoughts come as a natural extension of that. So don't aim for happiness or positivity. Instead, aim for understanding why you're thinking things, understanding what your fears are, understanding what that ego voice tells you, understanding how can I get stronger, how can I learn, how can I evolve, how can I be kinder to myself and to the world around me, how can I have more respect in my life, how can I find more acceptance of the circumstances in my life that is not signaling to the universe, signaling to your manifesting creative force that you want more of that. Instead, that's offering it no resistance because you know it's temporary. When you offer it no resistance and you accept it, you're like, this is temporary. This is going to get better. I don't know how it's going to get better, but it's going to get better. And all I need to do is form that attitude that it is in fact going to get better. I want you to know bliss. I want you to know what it's like to transform your life so brilliantly that it's like night and day. There's duality in everything. And if you've experienced a lot of bad, it's possible for you to also experience the exact opposite of that. Wealth, beauty, happiness, love does not happen because it's your destiny. It does not happen because you've inherited wealth or you're aesthetically beautiful, because there's plenty of aesthetically beautiful people that weigh the exact right amount and have perfect abs. They're alone. And there are plenty of people who aren't necessarily that attractive. They're with the love of their life and adored. So stop thinking in terms of logistical. Like, if hard work equaled success, then there would be a lot more millionaires and billionaires. We think in our limiting minds that these things are what we need to have the things that we want, but it's not true. I worked so hard and made $12,000 a year. You could say that I'm with the love of my life right now because I'm physically attractive, but I was 20 years younger, even more physically attractive as a 20-something, and flat out rejected. It's what you're vibrationally ready for. And all that matters is your vibration. Like, don't think about vibrationally aligning with other people or necessarily circumstances. Think about you, your vibration, and then you'll just automatically attract, like a magnet, all of these lovely things, because you'll be ready for them. Think in terms of providing this determination, the strength within you that it's going to get better. I'm going to make something of my life. I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to happen. I'm not going to force myself to be positive or have this restrictive mental diet or flip around negative thoughts. I'm not going to require that of myself. I'm not even going to require myself to sit down and visualize every day unless I feel so inspired that it's so pleasurable that I have to do it. Like, visualizing only works when you sit down and visualize, when you actually want to do it. And you know when you want to imagine something. And most people feel compelled to voluntarily imagine the bad stuff for some reason. But you know when you want to imagine something. I have a good example. Like, maybe, I don't know, think of yourself as a young adolescent. Maybe you're like 13 years old and you have this big crush on somebody. Maybe a movie star or, I don't know, a musician or somebody in your school. And you have this big crush on them. And you just can't stop thinking about them and being with them and what it would be like to, be close to them. Like, you're imagining it. You want to imagine it. Now, you might say to me, well, then when I imagined this crush, voluntarily, why didn't it happen? And when you're an adolescent, like, you may be imagining these things, but you don't have the capability to sort of form that identity of actually receiving the thing you're imagining in that way. So not only will you voluntarily visualize and imagine these things, but you're also going to hold the self-concept that I am ready for these things as well. I am ready. I am open to receiving in whichever way it may happen. I am trusting in the right timing. I'm not impatient. I'm going to enjoy life to the best of my ability in the meantime. My life will only be that much sweeter when it happens. But do things for you, like visualize because it feels good. But the most important thing that you can do is be mindful of your thought patterns, why you think things, what you choose to focus on, what you choose to believe in.
Have you signed up for my 10-day Manifesting Miracles course? Link is below. It's completely free. My gift to you. Subscribe for instant manifestation. If you'd like my personal mentorship, head to dreamlifebyveronica.com. I'm so thrilled to be a part of your manifesting journey. May all of your dreams come true. They were meant for you.